It all began in a mansion so big it looked like a palace. A wealthy millionaire named Mr. Whitmore loved to throw parties, showing off his money and power to anyone who would listen. He was arrogant, smug, and always found a way to remind people that he was better than them. But what he didn't know was that one small act of mockery was about to destroy his pride and change everything. At one of his grand gatherings, he called over his maid, Evelyn, a hard-working black woman who had been in his service for years. She was quiet, humble, and always tried to keep her head down. That day, her son Malik had come along, waiting for his mother to finish work. He was just a boy, thin, polite, barely reaching the height of the chess table that sat in the center of the Millionaire's lounge. Whitmore smirked, his voice dripping with arrogance. "So, Evelyn, your boy looks bored. Why doesn't he sit here and play me a little game of chess? Let's see if he can even figure out how the pieces move." His friends laughed. To them, it was entertainment, a joke. The maid's son against a wealthy, educated man. But what no one knew was that Malik had been playing chess since he was 5. He wasn't just good, he was extraordinary. His late father had been a local chess champion who taught Malik everything before passing away. For Malik, chess wasn't just a game. It was a language, a way of thinking, a part of who he was. Malik sat down quietly, his small fingers carefully touching the polished wooden pieces. He didn't flinch at the laughter around him. He just whispered, "White or black?" His calm tone silenced the room for a moment. Whitmore raised an eyebrow. "I'll take white. That means I move first, and I'll win first." The game began. At first, Whitmore played casually, barely looking at the board, too busy entertaining his guests with arrogant jokes. But Malik's moves were sharp, too sharp. He sacrificed pawns with purpose, set traps with knights, and controlled the center like a master. Within minutes, Whitmore's smile began to fade. His friends leaned closer. The boy wasn't just playing. He was dismantling him. "Beginner's luck," Whitmore muttered. But Evelyn knew better. She stood frozen, her hands trembling. She had always known her son was special, but she had never seen him face someone like this, someone who thought so little of them. 10 moves later, the Millionaire's king was cornered. His friends gasped as Malik whispered the words no one expected. "Checkmate." The room went silent. The joke had backfired. The maid's son had humiliated the millionaire in front of everyone. But the story didn't end there. Instead of congratulating Malik, Whitmore's pride turned to rage. He slammed his fist on the table, knocking pieces to the floor. "This is rigged! You must have taught him something, Evelyn. There's no way a boy like him could beat me." The guests shifted uncomfortably, embarrassed by his tantrum. But Malik only looked up with calm eyes. "It's not about who has more money, sir. It's about who sees the board better." That single sentence cut deeper than any insult. The guests began whispering. A child had just schooled a millionaire in wisdom as well as chess. Whitmore felt his image crumbling. And in that moment, his obsession was born. From that night forward, Whitmore tried everything to restore his pride. He demanded rematches. He hired professional chess coaches. He even studied books late at night. Yet every time he sat across from Malik, the boy destroyed him, faster and cleaner than before. The millionaire who once mocked the maid now couldn't sleep without thinking about her son's genius. But Evelyn was torn. She didn't want Malik caught up in Whitmore's games. She wanted her son to focus on school, to have a better life than she ever had. And yet she couldn't deny, maybe chess was his ticket out of poverty. Months later, something incredible happened. A famous grandmaster heard rumors of a boy genius defeating a millionaire again and again. He came to the mansion just to see Malik play. At first, Whitmore thought this would finally expose the boy as a fraud. But instead, the grandmaster was stunned. Malik wasn't just talented. He was on a level few ever reached. "Your son the Grandmaster told Evelyn. Could be the youngest Grandmaster in the world. Whitmore's arrogance melted into desperation. He wanted Malik under his control to use the boy's talent as another jewel in his crown. But Evelyn stood firm. For the first time, she spoke up against her employer. "You may own this house, Mr. Whitmore, but you will never own my son." And with that, she walked out. Her head high, her son's hand in hers. The millionaire was left broken, humiliated, and alone. But Malik's story was only beginning. He went on to enter national tournaments, shocking audiences, defeating masters, twice his age, and proving to the world that brilliance knows no status, no color, and no wealth. And it all started with one arrogant millionaire who thought chess was just a joke.